Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kim. Tonight's video is going to feature a few things. The first thing it's going to feature are some recipes from a few sites that I visit on a regular basis that will help you work some ingredients out of your working pantries into your meal plans. The second thing it's going to feature is what I've spent so far in February groceries, how I've saved, how I'm doing. And the third thing that it's going to feature is a pantry list for a basic baking ingredients pantry list that I use on a regular basis, though this year we're trying to cut down on baked goods, and also a recommendation for an app to create your own to-do lists, monthly budgets, and meal plans from. I had been asked if I could provide a recommendation instead of the paper and pen, something that I use. Well, I use Google Sheets, Google Docs, and Google Calendar, but I did look at an app this week called Notion. I got the free version of it, and I was able to create a meal plan and a budget from it. It was very user-friendly, and I would definitely recommend it. And last but not least, I was asked two questions last week about the first one, as far as do I have an assistant? No, I don't have an assistant. I enjoy doing YouTube and full-time work and volunteering and such. I don't have a team behind me or anything like that. My husband does help me on the weekends and that at times set up my equipment to make intros and stuff like that with, and obviously he's in the car with me when I do intros from there. But other than that, I don't have a team or assistant. I've always worked this way, and I enjoy working this way. And I enjoy making YouTube videos. And the second thing was, why, if I can't eat certain things, what am I featuring in the videos? I'm featuring all of the food that I'm cooking for my husband. So if you see videos where I'm cooking or recipes that I'm sharing or meal plans or stuff like that, those are all the meals that I'm cooking for my husband on a regular basis. I'm on a special diet. Most of what I eat is very bland and very boring, so I'm not featuring that. So I guess it's the Super Bowl tonight. I hope Philadelphia wins. I hope you're all well. Stay warm and stay safe. And until next time, I'll see you again. Okay, here's my basic pantry list. It will be on my blog to look at and to print, and it will be in the description of this video. So I have all-purpose flour, bread flour, wheat flour. I don't grind my own, but if you do, you would have to buy wheat berries, white whole wheat flour, cornstarch. I have flaky sea salt, pink Himalayan salt, and then baking powder, baking soda, yeast. I also have a sourdough starter, granulated sugar, light and dark brown sugar, powdered sugar, molasses, applesauce, so you can substitute that for vegetable oil, maple syrup, cane sugar. Maple syrup, you can also do that in some recipes as a substitute for sugar, cane sugar, and sanding sugar at Christmas time. I always have Dutch cocoa. The acidity has been neutralized. It's pure. It tastes whole. It tastes good, better. Unsalted butter, so you can control the salt in your recipe. Milk, buttermilk, evaporated milk, sweetened, condensed milk. Sour cream, heavy cream, canned coconut milk, cream cheese, and eggs. Obviously, some of these are refrigerated items for baking. And then for your fats, beef tallow is going to taste somewhat like beef. Lard is going to taste somewhat like pork. Then there's ghee. Then there's olive oil, coconut oil, and avocado oil. Those are all oils that you hear a lot of people talking about. Seed oils. These are all the substitutes for seed oils, which would be safflower, sunflower, vegetable oil, peanut oil, all that kind of stuff. I don't know about peanut if that's a seed, but definitely sunflower and safflower, vegetable oil, and that people are shying away from because of the fact that they are bioengineered and they're not GMO free, and they cause inflammation. I've never really looked into that. I kind of went away from those types of things and moved right into avocado oil right away. I was using grapeseed oil, and that's one that is said to cause inflammation. I don't know because I never used enough of it to know, but I've been using avocado oil for a long time. And then, of course, pure vanilla extract, almond extract, lemon extract, mint extract, and vanilla beans, whole vanilla beans. And then the 5 spices, always great to have on hand, are cinnamon, clove, allspice, nutmeg, and ginger. So that's kind of a basic pantry list as far as baking. And like I said, I have a pantry, a working pantry I consider as a seasonal working pantry that starts in late May, early June, and runs through November. And then throughout the winter, I consider my freezer kind of a work in progress, because I pull out frozen processed foods out of there and create meals around it. And so yeah, and then I have, since we don't have canned goods or stuff like that, I don't have any of that to try to run through, or beans or lentils or anything. But I definitely rotate, all of the condiments in my condiment pantry, and rotate. I do buy, when I said no canned goods, there is one canned good, 2 canned goods that I buy. I go through a can of chicken with rice soup, about 2 of them a month, and probably every 6 weeks we go through a can of Bush's baked beans. So those are the 2 canned items. So obviously if there's a sale on them, I would buy a dozen of each. And before I would, and as I'm eating them in that, and if the sale is still on, or as I'm eating them and can afford to, I would go out and replace the cans of chicken with rice and replace the cans of Bush's beans. So that's how I would rotate those stock. And we always try to eat up the processed frozen vegetables that I put in the freezer late summer, late fall of the year before, by the following year, because obviously we need the room in our refrigerator or in our freezer to start the process all over again. So there's several different working pantries that a household has. You just got to keep the flow, got to keep it moving in that to keep your items fresh. Following meals. So I've got 7 easy meals made with white or brown rice, and I've listed the recipes, some of them which we use, some of the meals which we have in one of our rotations. 7 easy meals or mains with lentils. Now, I don't eat lentils, but my husband does, and here are 7. The bulgur salad, curry, bolognese, lentil pasta, sweet potato, lentil salad, lentil soup, lentil hummus. We go on to northern beans. Let's have some meals with the northern beans. If I was going to buy beans, could eat beans, they would always be northern beans. I like ham and bean soup, homemade baked beans, slow cooker northern white beans, and rice. So all of these recipes from sites that I use on a regular basis, and the ones that have the asterisk, those are meals and recipes that I use regularly. So you have 7 easy meals with canned chicken and 7 easy meals with canned tuna. There's some great meals there. Chicken pot pie, chicken noodle soup, chicken sliders, tuna patties, tuna mac salad. So yeah, I decided to look up these recipes. Like I said, these are sites, a lot of them that I normally follow, recipes that I have tried and tried over and over, that have always worked out for me. Good healthy meals, some with meat, some without meat. So yeah, just some ideas of how we can, we've got beans back there, start rotating them out into these meals. Then when the beans go on sale, rotate more back into your stock. And then it's just an ever-moving process to keep things fresh, to keep things that you're using within the dates, if that's a big thing. I know a lot of people have said it's not a big thing to them, but when they do crack open those cans and that and smell or see some things that aren't pleasant, and I've done it myself and watched other people do it, it's a waste, and then you feel defeated or disappointed because something that you wanted to buy to keep your family in food now isn't working for you. So that's what I come up with. Our February grocery budget, as always, is $400. $147 has been spent, and I featured that in last Tuesday's video with a $253 balance. Ways that I saved this month: I bought oranges and squeezed oranges for orange juice versus buying the containers of it, and I saved $1.37 just in 1 week. Doesn't seem like much, but every dollar counts. So bread, I bought it on special versus a regular bread brand that we buy. Save 75 cents a loaf. Chickens, we normally go quite a ways from home and buy them for $6.99. We bought them local this week, and I bought 3 of them for $6.99. So we did local trips only this week. I'm not going to have a video to feature that, but we bought chickens, bread, oranges, and cabbage. If we need other things in the groceries, I'm just going to get free delivery. I can get Instacart. They had a thing going on recently that gave you 3 Instacart deliveries for free. So I've got one more of those left, and then I have Walmart Plus, which I get free delivery, free shipping, so on and so forth. So, and that's worked out really good for me. Saves the mileage in the car, saves the wear and tear in the car, saves us fuel. Our fuel bill is down. We haven't even used the amount for this month yet in the gas tank. We're still working on last month's. Get deliveries in that if you paid for those subscriptions in that versus going to the store. And it's the what you save. How do you ever measure it? You can measure it with what you saved in the fuel budget, but you can't measure the time that it takes you to get in the car and drive there, the wear and tear in your car. And if you're an impulse shopper, or you like to just shop around or go up and down or go to other stores and that, you've got all that to deal with. Whereas if you just stay home and you have one of those services and just order in, there it is. So, and then, definitely I do the digital coupons, local sales. I've been paying a lot more attention to those, and I still do the comparison shopping between Aldi and Walmart. So that's how I've saved money so far with the February grocery budget. So that's tonight's video. Just wanted to kind of go through some things that you can do to create a working pantry. I'm going to have one more thing to show here, and that's my baking pantry. Just if you want to just have a pantry that's devoted to baking ingredients and that simple, basic pantry, those will also be featured on my blog. And 2 or 3 of the things that I'm featuring tonight will be in the description for you just to click on and print out yourself. So that will be this Sunday's video. On Tuesday, I'm going to be releasing a video about how I make Minnesota hot dish. So something that I grew up on, something that my husband loves to eat. So I hope you're all well, staying safe and warm, and until next time, take care, and I'll see you again. Okay, another part of the Notion online meal planner, budget planner, and weekly to-do list program is the meal plan that I created. So have your, you can do your little cover art, do your icons, and then we focus on the meal plan, and then you can have your list of ingredients, and you can print these all off, or you can leave it on your phone and go to the grocery store. I just put the ingredients in there for simplicity. The next column was going to be the to buy. I just haven't had the time to do that. So during the week, Monday through Thursday, is fruit, yogurt, toast, and freshly squeezed or squozen, whatever, however you say it, orange juice. And then we have the standard lunch meal that's packed every day. My husband's almost always taking a lunch to work, I guess for the last 27 years. Just about the same lunch, gotten a lot healthier. So we have a sandwich, and we have applesauce, carrot sticks, a Lar-bar, and coleslaw. And then on Mondays, because it's a Monday, we always have soup and a grilled cheese sandwich or some sort of grilled or toasted sandwich. And then Tuesday, we go through the same. And then for Tuesday night, we have that loaded salad. That uses up the chicken and any vegetables from the weekend in a salad that's loaded with chicken and veggies. Wednesday is always spaghetti with meat sauce. I do homemade meat sauce, homemade pizza sauce, homemade pizza crust, and then homemade meatballs. So that saves a lot of money when we talk about what ingredients we need and what we need to buy. Applesauce, I make homemade all through the fall and early winter. Then eventually we have to go out and buy it again. We have vegetable stir fry on Thursday, so that's a meatless meal. Friday we have breakfast, and there's various things you can do there. You can do waffles, pancakes, French toast, omelets, fried egg sandwich, hard-boiled eggs, whatever you want, with or without meat. Saturday is a homemade pizza, and then Sunday night's a roasted chicken. All the things that are needed during the day, and the next column would have been the buy column. So that was kind of nice. You can put it on a Samsung phone. I'm not sure about Apple, but I would definitely give it a try. This isn't, as I said earlier, an ad or sponsored. I saw it on somebody else's YouTube. I thought this is kind of neat. If you did want it on your phone and that, it would definitely take care of your meal plan, something that you could create, the ingredients that are needed, and from that you could figure out and decide what you need at the grocery store. Okay, I was asked this week if I could do like the monthly budget or finances on something a little more friendly. Sure I can. I'm not able to show you like what I do actually use, which is Google Sheets, Google Documents, and Google Calendar, because I get this wavy stuff on my screen here, and then that makes it difficult to film it, and I probably have wavy lines on the screen right now. But I did find another program also, if that's, any of the Google Suite is not your thing, and that is called Notion. So this isn't an ad or sponsor. I saw it in somebody else's video this week, so I went ahead and went on the site, and yeah, you can create a monthly budget, you can create a day or a weekly to-do list, and several other things. So I went ahead and created some cover art for it and some icons. That took me a couple of seconds of being creative, and then I just went along and did this monthly budget. So as you can see, the income I put in there, $29.30. That is my husband's income. If you're new here, we live off of my husband's income, and my income gets saved. I'm about 20 years behind in having enough to retire on. My Social Security check is going to be about $528, which is horrifying. And I'm going to be retiring likely at 65 or 67. I'm 61 this year. So I'm behind, and I need to get caught up. And we need to find a home that we can put a down payment on and move into, because we can no longer live in an apartment. It's too expensive. And we're kind of doing that at the wrong time. And we're also needing to get a newer car this year. And unfortunately, that doesn't seem like a good time either. But nevertheless, it has to be done. So we're going to have to power save this year, which means doing everything I can to decrease the expenses that we do have, because that's within my control. And the things that are not in my control, well, we'll get to them later. So yeah, I do share on a regular basis on paper with pen my budget and the expenses. And in the expenses, or in our budget, we also have savings. So my income is used to save for the down payment for a home, which we're looking at about 30 to 35%, maybe even as high as 40% of a down payment. Most of the homes that are in the area that are for sale, that would be for us, are anywhere from $264,000 to $325,000, and we would need to get a 20-year mortgage because of our ages. And I'm not sure what the interest would be or any of the other terms, but eventually I will share that. The car that we're looking at is 2024. That right now is priced at $27,600 to $33,600. And they're thinking that car, if it's still on the lot by the time that we come, will be about $35,600 to $37,600. And we're wanting to put a significant down payment on that, because if we do, the payment will be about $500 a month, which is something that we can afford. Plus, of course, we have increased in the insurance. So I've got the expenses all down on this sheet of our rent. And you've seen me or heard me go over the electric, phone, car insurance, rent insurance. So those are expenses, and at the end of the month, $2,249, and whatever savings there is goes into sinking funds. My husband puts some in for emergencies, for a cat emergencies, car emergencies, our emergencies, and then I save towards my retirement savings, a down payment for a house and a down payment for a car. And then when I was done with this, I kind of created some sinking funds. Sinking fund totals, if we continue to put money into these funds, we'll have $1,220 on the emergency account at the end of the year, $16,200 in the retirement, $16,884 in the house down payment, $7,200 in a Roth IRA, and $9,600 in the car fund, and then it'll be go time to get that car. So that's if all things work well, we can save those amounts. Those would be the totals. We have in the emergency fund, that is it, because we depleted it last year. The retirement fund, I just got a couple more thousand from that, and I don't, when my income goes away, we don't have any other. We're not going to have any other extra income, so I need to save, and I need to have some investments, because we're going to need to live off of more than $29.30 or less a month. So, especially if we leave this area, my husband leaves his job, his income is going to be significantly lower. So I have investments, and once we put the down payment on the car, that money's gone. And once I retire, we have to have a good working car. We have to be in a home that is ours, that we're working towards paying up and paying off. because at 65 or 67 when I retire, we have to be set. And again, that's 6 years from now. So we have a lot to make up for. So I did like Notion. But as I said, I work with the Google Suite personally and professionally every day. But if you want to get creative and create special backgrounds or build sinking funds amongst sinking funds, and have cover art and icons, you can get the free version like I have. I am able to get this on my Samsung phone and my Google Chrome tablets. And if you like my videos, please hit the subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the like button. I appreciate it. It helps me in YouTube's algorithm. So I'll see you back here again next week.